Living generations explained. Greatest generation refers to the generation of people born between 1901 to 1927. The people of this generation are now 94 to 120 years old. Silent generation refers to the generation of people born between 1928 to 1945. The people of this generation are now 76 to 93 years old. Baby boomers refers to the generation of people born between 1946 to 1964. The people of this generation are now 57 to 75 years old. Generation X refers to the generation of people born between 1965 to 1980. The people of this generation are now 41 to 56 years old. Millennials refers to the generation of people born between 1981 to 1996. The people of this generation are now 25 to 40 years old. Generation Z refers to the generation of people born between 1997 to 2012. The people of this generation are now 9 to 24 years old. Generation Alpha refers to the generation of people born between 2013 to 2024. The people of this generation are now 8 years old and under. These are some of the characteristics of the greatest generation: disciplined, determined, and resilient. These are some of the characteristics of the silent generation: traditional, patient, and responsible. These are some of the characteristics of baby boomers: competitive, confident, and sociable. These are some of the characteristics of Generation X: independent, skeptical, and flexible. These are some of the characteristics of millennials: risk-taker, ambitious, and self-centered. These are some of the characteristics of Generation Z: creative, open-minded, and sensitive. These are some of the characteristics of Generation Alpha: logical, objective, and self-aware. These are some stuffs from the era of the greatest generation: Oldsmobile curved dash, yo-yo, and piano roll. These are some stuffs from the era of the silent generation: Ford Model T, Slinky, and radio. These are some stuffs from the era of baby boomers: Ford Mustang, Frisbee, and record player. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation X: Holden Commodore, Rubik's Cube, and Walkman. These are some stuffs from the era of millennials: Toyota Prius, Beyblade, and iPod. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation Z: Honda S2000, Bakugan, and smart speaker. These are some stuffs from the era of Generation Alpha: Tesla Cybertruck, fidget spinner, and AirPods. These are the iconic hairstyles of the greatest generation. These are the iconic hairstyles of the silent generation. These are the iconic hairstyles of baby boomers. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation X. These are the iconic hairstyles of millennials. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation Z. These are the iconic hairstyles of Generation Alpha. These are some of the most popular idols of the greatest generation: Charlie Chaplin, Gloria Swanson, and F. Scott Fitzgerald. These are some of the most popular idols of the silent generation: Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, and James Dean. These are some of the most popular idols of baby boomers: John Lennon, Mick Jagger, and Bob Dylan. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation X: Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Kurt Cobain. These are some of the most popular idols of millennials: Beyoncé, Justin Bieber, and Taylor Swift. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation Z: Jungkook, Lisa, and Billie Eilish. These are some of the most popular idols of Generation Alpha: Ryan Kaji, Anastasia Radzinskaya, and Brooklyn Prince. These are some of the most popular cartoons of the greatest generation: Felix the Cat, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and Mickey Mouse. These are some of the most popular cartoons of the silent generation: Donald Duck, Tom and Jerry, and Bugs Bunny. These are some of the most popular cartoons of baby boomers: The Flintstones, Pink Panther, and Winnie the Pooh. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation X: Scooby-Doo, Doraemon, and Garfield. These are some of the most popular cartoons of millennials: The Simpsons, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Sonic the Hedgehog. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation Z: Adventure Time, Gumball, and Rick and Morty. These are some of the most popular cartoons of Generation Alpha: We Bare Bears, Close Enough, and Solar Opposites. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of the greatest generation: Zorro, Tarzan, and Flash Gordon. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of the silent generation: Lone Ranger, Batman, and Zorro. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of baby boomers: Superman, Batman, and James Bond. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation X: Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of millennials: Power Rangers, Spider-Man, and Batman. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation Z: Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. These are some of the most popular fictional heroes of Generation Alpha: Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, and Batman. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of the greatest generation. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of the silent generation. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of baby boomers. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation X. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of millennials. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation Z. These are some of the events that took place during the prime years of Generation Alpha. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Baby boomers, millennials, Generation Z, and now Generation Alpha, also known as the I generation. Boy, it seems like we sure like to classify people, huh? Born from 2010 to 2025, the iGen will soon be a 2 billion crowd. What makes them different? They grow up to the voices of Siri and Alexa, and Google Assistant helps them about the house. Many of them were born in the same year as iPad and Instagram. 90% of the iGen kids learn to handle a tablet by the age of 2. Lots of them also get their first personal gadget when they are 3 to 4 years old. An individual approach is everything to alphas. They're used to smart algorithms that create cartoon playlists and choose music based on personal preferences. The iGen sorts the news they see in their digital feeds, and they expect the world to be tailored to their needs and interests. The iGen creates new types of content. They unpack toys, play computer games in the Let's Play format, and do their own voiceovers of their favorite games. Alphas film their DIY ideas, pranks, live streams, and sitcoms. And all these videos get 3 times more views than those created by adult vloggers. Baby Shark, anyone? Alphas consume tons of information every day. To cope with this flow, their brains have to filter it. It only takes the new generation several seconds to decide if the content is worth paying attention to. They have great critical thinking skills and don't waste time on the less important stuff. The borderline between the real and online worlds is really vague to alphas. They see their digital profiles as an extension of reality. 1 out of 8 children vlog about their everyday life. They're used to sharing everything, not only with their friends and family, but also with the rest of the world. And they expect this world to be the same as they see it on the screen. Online education will give alphas the biggest part of the knowledge they'll need, and lots of them won't have to pay for college. Artificial intelligence will most likely replace a lot of jobs. The new generation will have to guess which skills will stay in demand and develop them. A big part of the iGen will be freelancers. They'll never work for just one employer. Alpha's parents are millennials. That's almost a synonym to instability. That's why the new generation's used to constantly moving, their moms and dads changing careers and struggling with financial problems. All this makes alphas more mobile. They also adapt to all kinds of changes way easier than others. They are best friends with their parents and spend more time together than other generations. Tech-savvy alphas can give their parents some digital tips. They often share the same interests, create common vlogs, and play online games together. The upbringing process has also become different. Family media consumption traditions have become a big deal. Alphas will live longer. Many of them will likely celebrate their 100th birthday. First, they have the example of their parents who try to eat healthily and work out. Second, there's already huge progress in medicine. Artificial intelligence also helps. Alpha kids have digital health trackers from day one. In the future, there will be even more AI involved in the whole process. That's why diagnosis and treatments will become more accurate and efficient. Generation Alpha can shop online, go to places in self-driving cars, and let mobile apps and AI take care of other things. It means they'll have more free time than previous generations to do something they really enjoy. For example, take care of their mental well-being, get new skills, or develop their creativity. Doing most of the things online does save the iGen a bunch of time, but can damage their soft skills. Alphas are digitally connected and just one click away from the rest of the world, but they have less human contact than other generations. No wonder they are sometimes called Generation Glass or Screenagers. There's always some sort of glass screen between them and the real world. Transparency is one of the key features in their universe. Alphas can always tell if someone is being insincere in their digital space. They learn it at school. These days there are special lessons on how to tell facts from fakes, and whoever tries to feed them a fake loses their trust. Generation Alpha has high moral standards and feels more responsible for the Earth's future. They're taught to be eco-friendly when they're still toddlers, by watching their parents and favorite cartoon characters recycle. Conscious consumption means a lot to the iGen. They also expect other people to support these ideas and promote them in their vlogs. Screenagers will have to work on developing their emotional intelligence. It'll soon be the only thing in which people can be superior to robots. EI includes the ability to understand other people's emotions. Some companies, including Elon Musk's, already test potential candidates' EI through online games. One of the tasks is to guess which emotion the person in the photo is feeling. More alphas will start their own business than any other generation. They have all the necessary resources for it, including access to all kinds of information and people via the internet and social networks. Many alphas will try entrepreneurship early in life and fail, but they'll learn from their mistakes and most likely succeed in the future. Alphas love to relax by both making and watching content other generations find meaningless. Platforms like TikTok have grown massively in recent years. They let the iGen kids express themselves creatively by using a bunch of special effects and simple editing tools. Alphas are decision makers and powerful influencers. Their parents have already started to choose their tech purchases based on their kids' needs, and it's just the beginning. As they grow up, Generation A will push progress forward. They'll focus on building a world with no borders or formalities, more flexible and socially responsible than today.